Alright, in this video, we are going to be breaking down the weather forecast for the next couple of weeks. Alright, so for this, we're going to start out with our Jetstream and what that looks like over the next couple of weeks. We have a slight kink there, and then we're going to see a break, and then it is just going to be a straight jet stream right across the northern US. It is going to allow a lot of warm air to build in the south and keep it there. And this pattern is gonna stay like this for a long time. This could actually be here for quite a while. Of course, it's gonna change a little bit, but it seems like this basic pattern is going to continue for the next couple of weeks. And again, that could end the halfway portion of the month. So let's get right into our precipitation forecast. All right, so here's the deterministic view from the American model on our precipitation. So first of all, we're going to see some sort of clipper come through the northeast. It definitely looks like we're going to see some rain further on the southern end of this because it is closer to that warmer air. And then that is going to bring some significant snow up in the northeast, maybe a couple inches. And then we're definitely going to see another clipper there somewhere in middle Michigan and other areas in the Great Lakes area. And maybe even some light snow in the northeast, and then it'll just break up. And then as we move into the week, we are going to see a new system. We haven't actually seen a regular system at this point for about a half a week then. But it is really going to produce some freezing rain. This is going to be a big freezing rain event, potentially across the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic regions, and then maybe some snow into the Northeast. We're not as confident, but we definitely think snow in the Northeast is more confident than in other regions. Like, not quite sure if actual snow is actually going to form over the Midwest area. And after that, we're going to see it slightly cool down, and we're going to see a new system. Look at this. It just congeals perfectly. Snow, widespread snow in the north, widespread rain in the south, and that line of freezing rain. And that actually comes through pretty fast. It kind of moves like a clipper, really. But anyway, after this, I think we're going to see it slightly cooler and then maybe inactive. And we're a lot less certain from here on out, but I think there is a potential to see a large, widespread snowstorm as we head closer to the mid-month. And then maybe even a cold blast. So let's see what the other models have to say. All right, so here's our European model. First of all, we do have this clipper. It does not bring as much rain, but it still shows the hot spot as the Northeast. New England area, you're definitely going to get hit with this one. And then this clipper doesn't show it as significant. It shows a lot more rain with it, especially in the Northeast. But of course, there will still be snow associated with this system. And here's our midweek storm. This one shows it a lot further to the north, where the freezing rain line is not Kentucky, Indiana, but instead southern Michigan, Wisconsin, and then northeast. Pennsylvania does look like it has a good chance of having some freezing rain. We will look at that. And after that, as you can see here, here's our weekend storm that we're going to start talking about even more. It does seem like it is going to bring some snow right up here in the northern Great Lakes region. How much? We're not quite sure. And we're not even quite sure where it's going to fall. But what we're pretty sure of is we're going to see some rain, some snow, and some freezing rain somewhere congealing in the Midwest. But this one is a lot less certain than the previous midweek storm since it's over 7 days out from here on out. So this is kind of like what might happen. This is really, really far out, but these two models are actually consistent. As you can see here, it brings like heavy severe weather, lots and lots of snow, especially to Kansas, Missouri, and the Midwest. Just everywhere in the Midwest just gets this huge banger of a system. This is actually likely, and if this does happen, we're going to see a potential cold blast coming behind it. And a lot of our models are actually showing this. Let's look at one more, the Canadian model. And as you can see here, the Canadian does show the clipper. It does show it about the same. Here's our second one, rain in the south and bringing snow and rain to the northeast. And then there's our second clipper. It actually merges with the system. It actually congeals in a similar area to the European, but doesn't make it significant. It actually makes it a lot wider of a system then because it doesn't come in all at once. And that is a potential. And this one actually does not show snow to the northeast. So for you guys wanting snow, maybe not this system. But then as we head into the weekend, here's our weekend storm. It does show it quite far to the north. And a lot less freezing rain, although I don't quite believe that. I think Maine in this scenario is going to be the hot spot. Again, as you can see, even the Canadian is showing a large system coming up. This is quite consistent, although this could very well change. They could even become more inconsistent because things can change that much. Alright, so for our next little bit, we are going to see well above average temperatures in most areas. The northwest and northeast are going to be below average, and we are going to see the northeast start to warm up as we head closer into Tuesday, and then cool air is going to start to want to march in a little bit, and so we're going to see even more cool air to the northeast because it likes the northeast a lot more than other areas. The south, you're not going to get it here, and it looks like it is going to stay mostly above average for the next week or two. But if this system does come through, we could actually see a pretty nasty cold blast, just like the previous one. Okay, maybe not as widespread, but this is a decent cold blast again, and it does show the cool air. Of course, it is going to be colder where that snow has fallen, which is like right in here anyway. What is your snowfall going to look like? Let's say before that system, our hotspot is definitely going to be in the west here and over here in the northeast. The west is just getting lots and lots and lots of rain and snow over the next couple of weeks. You guys are not going to get a break. But we are going to continue to see this come through. And if this system does end up forming, we could see some sort of heavy snow through wherever it wants to hit. But again, this is like crazy. I really doubt that this is actually going to be the totals because it's so far out. Although we will keep watching this system as it gets closer. As far as Storm Prediction Center, we are not seeing any lookouts for storms. Even though some of our models have shown some severe weather, it does not look like it is going to happen there. For our temperatures over the next little bit, we are definitely going to see this quite a warm pattern for a while, and then maybe a cold blast. And after that, it looks like it's going to stay quite warm. But this could very well change, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the second video.